here at Gonzaga Bay, Alphonsinas. It's a hotel here.
Got one room so far?
And we put reservations, but they dropped the ball, and there's only one room for all 7 of us. So this place is awesome. It's a popular spot. So they're trying to work something out for us, which is really cool. But they're just really sorry. They just dropped the ball.
She forgot to send it here because we make the reservation mostly. This is not your fault, but 2-3 weeks in advance, and she don't send the reservation to here. That's the truth. I want to be honest.
She's drinking too much, huh? Maybe.
No, I'm really sorry. This is not supposed to happen, but we figure out to make sure you 7.
Do you guys have any mattresses you could put on the floor, maybe?
Let me see what we have.
Okay, whatever you can do, we appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So basically, they gave us 2 rooms, 5 beds, and there's 7 of us. So I don't know how we're going to decide who's going to sleep on the floor, but we're going to figure that out. After the disappointment wore off, we were just happy to have something to lay down on. So we all pulled straws. Some of us were on the ground and some of us got something to sleep on. I got the ground, and I had to get up early to get the killer shot of the beautiful and majestic Gonzaga Bay. Isn't it amazing? Gonzaga Bay offers an overload of landscape scenery. The guys were still sleeping, and I kind of had nothing to do. I wanted to wake them up so bad because they were missing out on some of the best scenery of the trip. I knew that some people hold sleep more valuable than visual stimulation. So I had nothing else better to do except for go back outside and be bored. But at least I had a bottle of water and sunrise and fish jumping out of the water. Kind of helped me reflect on the first part of the trip and what was to come.
Last year the water was real warm, so all the fish, there was a lot of game fish, near stuff and stuff like that. There's a lot of fish.
All right, you just run and do it, dude. You just do it, yeah. Yeah. Good. The outside weather was around 95 degrees with a wind that was at 90 degrees, and then the water was about 75, 80.
It's good, dude. Yeah, you got to get in the Sea of Cortez. George, tell Alex he's got to touch, he's got to bathe himself in the Sea of Cortez.
You can't go back. You can't go back to the UK and not do it. They're gonna. That's the first thing they're gonna ask you. How was Baja? And you say, great. Did you get the water?
Don't look at that. We're handling that. Yeah, we're handling that.
After a swim, Alex got out and noticed he had a little friend follow him. It's like, reach out and touch it. Alphonsinas. We actually don't even care if I leave at all. But gotta head back, start heading back up the peninsula, and we actually don't know where we're going right now. We're gonna go back to San Felipe. It's really hot, so we may wait till it cools down to cross Diablo Dry Lake Bed. But what do you say, Alex? It's like 95 right now?
Yeah, totally.
95. So we got like probably a 2-hour ride in the sun, so we'll see how far we get.
Yeah. And he goes, no, he's coming over. I go, I won't be there till late. He goes, well, he'll come at 10:30.
Energy drinks and like air filter out.
Stop for a minute. Look at the view I had. Here we are, the side of the road in Baja, and chatting, relaxing. It doesn't get much better than this.
You only get him at 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay, I've seen those. But I do like the goo,
Yeah.
and then chase with water, and, and then do like a
and we're like,
Gatorade,
oh my gosh,
like
your bike's
mix,
not gonna start.
and
Like,
like,
what the hell have you?
like mix actual.
As we headed back north to San Felipe, I started to notice something on the 650. Something very similar to the clutch going out, where you'd give it power and that power wasn't getting to the street or to the rear wheel. So I decided to pull over and check it out. I loosened up my clutch cable and it just was weird. I just couldn't put my finger on it. All right, middle of the desert. And that. What do you think of that, bro?
It's not too much fun, but it adds to the adventure.
I know.
Problem solving on the road.
So we gotta wait for the tow rope, and it's coming down this highway. But I'm just glad it's 95 degrees. That's what's great, right?
Yeah. No water.
No water. Within a few minutes, Cortez Dan pulled up in his Razor. So I got hitched up and towed the rest of the way to San Felipe. George and Baja Cobb decided to volunteer taking off my back sprocket. Good guys right there. My thing was to get on the bike and then search all of San Felipe for a comparable sprocket to fit on my 650. But my buddy Gabe had something up his sleeve for Baja George and Baja Cobb. This is classic. With the band playing just a few feet away, Gabe decided to pay him some extra pesos to walk over, get their band, and start playing while George took off my sprocket. It was amazing.
Yo tengo una yaquecita que quise mucho en Sonora, y cuando ella baila cumbia el que la ve se enamora. Yo tengo una yaquecita que quise mucho en Sonora, y cuando ella baila cumbia el que la ve se enamora. Ay mi yaquecita, tú tienes tu cuerpo hermoso que parece sirenita.
I love it. Well, I got back on the bike, and now it was the adventure of trying to hunt down a sprocket that will fit a XR650 in San Felipe. So I went to an auto parts store. They sent me to the fire station, who then sent me to Tito's Motorcycle Repair.
Right here, right? Somewhere?
So was the Pico white?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, right here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Perfect.
Gracias.
Tito,
Muchos gracias.
Last name Tito.
Tito.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hola. Tito?
Yeah.
I need a back sprocket for this bike and a chain.
Tito had bad news for me. He said he didn't have any sprockets in stock to fit that bike. So he said he was going to check a little bit more, but I decided to go back to Baja and the boys in town to let them know the bad news.
Did he know of any other bike shop? This way I went to the main auto parts and they sent me to Tito's. He's like the
He's got nothing else there, he said, or?
No. They just sent me there, and he was working on a bunch of bikes.
He said try this one and
try this, and then maybe bring the wheel to him.
This wasn't good enough for Baja George, and I'm going to show you how and why he gets the name Baja George. So we're going to go try this guy one more time and try to get the he doesn't have the sprocket, so we're going to try to have him fit a better one.
Another sprocket?
Yeah, it's in there. It's back there. So hopefully he can make something work just for me to kind of get back on the road. It's part of Baja. You're going to lose parts. That's why I would suggest not riding something exotic, so you know you always can find something that works, like a Honda.
Yeah, I need a Moto Guzzi.
Pull up a little bit. Make a left. So we'll see what happens.
that Yamaha might work, or that Honda right there.
Yeah, that Honda will work.
That Honda right there.
In years down in Baja, George knows never to give up. He searched the back of Tito's shop for anything that could work. The only thing that was close was a customer's XR650 that would have worked perfect, but it took convincing on Baja George's part to let us have that back sprocket. The next obstacle was getting my old sprocket off my back wheel. 2 bolts were frozen on. That didn't stop Baja George.
There you go. Just bust that.
Can't get in that car.
How's it feel?
Pretty awesome. This is one of the worst.
You got it.
There you go, everybody. That was an hour to get 2 bolts off.
This is what it's supposed to look like somewhat, but even that one's kind of worn out. Rule of thumb, Mark, no aluminum on trail rides. Steel. But hey, it's lightweight.
All right, good for those motocross trunks.
Yeah.
Oh, how did Baja George convince the guy to let us have the sprocket off a customer's bike? Well, he just convinced Tito's wife that he would come back in 2 weeks and buy the bike for $1,500. Because it so happened that the owner wanted to sell it. $1,500 for a XR650 sitting in the back of Tito's shop. Garage fine.
Is he? Oh yeah, he's right there.
As we packed up to leave, it's one of those funny things that happens in Baja and out of nowhere. Yep, that's a dog on the roof. The sprocket put us behind and changed the course of our trip, so we decided to lick our wounds and stay in San Felipe that night.
He had to land the Van Nuys Airport. Then he had to pay $5,000 to land his Learjet at the military in Ensenada. And at that time I had a KTM 520. He goes, best motorcycle in the world. Best motorcycle. Can I ride it tomorrow? I go, yeah, I'll let you ride it. So the next morning they're having breakfast, these 14, 15 guys. He rides my motorcycle, comes back, he goes, I want your motorcycle. I said, I'll trade you for the Learjet. He goes, keys are in it. Like, take the Learjet.
So the rest of the night we just listened to old stories, swap stories. It was a good time. But tonight was the last night that we were together as a group. The group was going to split the next day, with half of them going to Mike's Sky Ranch, and the other half of us, me, Gabe, and Alex, were going to head towards the Pacific and make our way to Coyote Cowles. On the next Baja Diaries, more riding on the Pacific, more problems, friends, food. Don't leave us yet. The journey's not over.